Hi, everyone. All right, we are going to continue on with our Ready Reading lesson number 3. Today, we are going to be taking a closer look at the story, which starts on page 46. So, we are going to be talking a little more today about time and sequence in informational text and its importance in regards to connecting events and material together. So I'm going to be reading the essay on pages 46 and 47 aloud to you. And afterward, we are going to be doing the activities on page 48, 49, and 50. So let's get going with the reading first. And I will be reading aloud, and you can take your textbook and follow along with me. Please take a closer look at the box up to the left of the page where it says words to know. As you read, look inside, around, and beyond these words to figure out what they mean. This is speaking specifically about context clues. Please take a look at sentences before, sentences after. Take a look at any pictures, illustrations that you might see on the page that will help you understand the meanings of the following words: expedition, fellow, and gap. Okay, here we go. This essay is entitled Sacagawea's Journey into History by Jeanette Cannon. Starting paragraph 1. You may have seen this gold-colored dollar coin. It shows the face of a young Native American woman carrying a baby on her back. She is one of the only women on a U.S. legal coin. So who was she? Sacagawea was a Shoshone Indian born at the end of the 1700s in an area now called Idaho. Her early life was difficult. Sometime between 1799 and 1801, she was captured by a group of Hidatsa Indians and taken away from her people. She was only 12 years old. By age 16, she was married to a French fur trader named Toussaint Charbonneau, who lived with the Hidatsas. Her adventures were just beginning. In 1803, President Thomas Jefferson decided to map out the newly expanded nation. He sent Meriwether Lewis and William Clark on an expedition to explore the land. In May of 1804, the explorers began traveling on the Missouri River in canoes. One of their jobs was to take notes about what they saw. They drew pictures of plants and animals they saw. They made maps as they went along. They carried with them special tools to help them as they traveled. Everything was wrapped so water would not damage anything. In November of 1804, Lewis met Charbonneau and hired him as a translator. Sacagawea joined her husband on the expedition. Their baby was born soon after the journey began. Though Sacagawea was not a guide on the journey, she helped the travelers in many ways. One of Lewis and Clark's diary entries from May 14, 1805, tells how Sacagawea's calm bravery saved important objects and information from being lost forever. One day, a terrible storm caused Sacagawea's canoe to tip over. All the men were trying to get the canoe upright. Sacagawea calmly went into the water. Her baby was strapped to her back. She saved the notebooks and tools that would have floated away. Later that year, the explorers came to Shoshone territory. Sacagawea helped them find a route through the mountains. She also helped them buy horses from her fellow Shoshone. A few months later, the group had their first look at the Pacific Ocean. Before beginning the return journey, the explorers built a camp to stay in over the winter. In May 1806, a few months after they had started their journey home, the travelers met a group of Nez Perce Indians. Sacagawea helped the two groups speak to each other. On the way back east, Sacagawea guided the group along trails she remembered from her childhood. One important trail was a gap in the mountains that led them to the Yellowstone River. The journey ended for Sacagawea on August 1806. People who traveled with her wrote about her cheerfulness and helpfulness. They all said she showed great courage. In 2000, 2 centuries after Sacagawea was born, a special US dollar coin was created. It honors a brave young woman who helped explore a new nation. All right, everyone, we're going to come back together and we're going to talk about the activities on pages 48, 49, and 50.